Hey folks, I waited a little too late in the morning to do this video and the sun is very dramatic. So I apologize for being in the dark a little bit. But today I wanted to talk to you about that feeling that we all get, which is we feel like we're an imposter, right? Sometimes we'll go to a party and we'll feel like an imposter. Sometimes we'll make it in our career and we'll feel like an imposter. Sometimes we'll come into it a sense of abundance financially and we'll feel like an imposter. And that is really normal because it's outside of our comfort zone, right? And anything that's outside of our comfort zone is technically, by definition, uncomfortable. And that's okay, because in order for you to get the things that you deserve and desire, in order for you to live the most fulfilled life, you're going to have to spend a lot of time outside your comfort zone, because you already have everything that's already in your comfort zone. You're already there. So if you want to expand, if you want to grow, if you want to be passionate about something besides what you already are passionate about, you're going to have to get uncomfortable, and you're going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So when you achieve a certain amount of success, sometimes, I don't know if you've heard about the crabs in the bucket. I'll do a whole story on that sometime. Hi, Marie, nice to see you. But basically, we tend to stick in the same culture that we were brought up in, and we tend to listen to the people that are at that same level as us, right? And so that when we move out of that, we tend to feel a little bit like we're faking it, right? And there's nothing wrong about faking it till you make it. But also, I really want you to move beyond that feeling. Hi, James Wilson. How? Oh, lots of love, lots of likes. Yay, yay, yay. So I want you to move beyond that feeling of feeling like you're an imposter and really understand that you've earned it, right? Because water seeks its own level, right? You can't possibly have a lake with one part so much higher than another part, right? Thank you so much for the share, James Wilson. And you are not getting answered. Sorry, I'll call you later, Shadia. Because there's a natural flow to how science works, and it's the same with people. You can't be in this place that you're at, even if you just won the lottery or whatever. Equilibrium, great word, thank you. You can't be in that place unless you somehow created that for yourself. It's just an impossibility. So you have earned it, and you are not an imposter, no matter what it feels like. And the reason you're putting that label on yourself is because it feels uncomfortable. And I get that. And again, you want to start feeling comfortable with feeling uncomfortable in order to stretch beyond your limitations, right? So I've got some tips for you. One of my favorite tips is make a list of your accomplishments, and if you've got some, great testimonials from people that are like, oh, thank you so much for doing XXX, keep them in a folder. It sounds silly, but I actually do this because sometimes you feel a little bit down on yourself, and you have to go back to that place of like, oh, I did this, and I did this, and I did this. Okay, yeah, I kind of kick ass, right? So that's one really great tip. And another great tip is to recognize that you're part of an evolving process. So think about the caterpillar, right? That's got to be, if he could think, we're not totally sure how sentient they are, but in your mind, we can imagine that if you were a caterpillar your whole life and you woke up and you had these wings and you didn't know what to do with them and it hurt getting there and it felt like you were stretched, it felt like you were in a cocoon, and it felt like you were like closed off and dying, then of course you're not going to really understand that this is the process of transformation and the process of becoming the thing that you truly are inside, the thing that you are destined to be, right? And so just recognize and trust the process. Make a list of your accomplishments, and also remember that water seeks its own level. There is no scientific way to take a shortcut to equilibrium. Equilibrium is the place where you're in harmony with all the things around you. And if this is a new concept, I'm not explaining it very well, but it's basically the idea that we magnetize to ourselves the things that we resonate to, and because our vibrational being has that resonance, right? And so basically you can tell yourself that you haven't earned it or you don't deserve it, but guess what? That's actually a way for you to hold yourself back. That's a way for you to lie to yourself and to keep yourself stuck. And more importantly, it is a way for you to let yourself off the hook, to give yourself permission to not go for your dreams. If you don't think that you deserve it, you're wrong. You do deserve it. If you don't think that you've earned it, you're wrong. You have earned it. And if you're confused about all of that, let me help you, because I'll support you in it. You know I will. Just give me a call. I'll totally support you. So I made this one this morning, and I'm going to call her Ernie. Yes, that's a boy's name, but it also is a girl's name. I think it's cute as a girl's name. Short for Ernestine. And it basically reminds you that you earned it. You earned it. And you're here for a reason. And if you've earned it, then own it. And really, really, really take it and run with it. Because there's no such thing as you skipping ahead in life. There's no such thing as taking shortcuts. It may look like that from other people's perspectives, but in order for you to have anything that you have, you've harmonized to that vibration of it, and there's a part of you that is it, right? And you're gonna have to start feeling comfortable with being uncomfortable because it's new, right? You're only ever going to stay stuck if you stay in your comfort zone, and I don't want that for you. I want you to push yourself. I want you to be fearless and bold, and if it's scary, that's okay. Being fearless does not mean that you're not scared, right? It sounds like that's what it means, but it doesn't. It means that you feel the fear and you do it anyway. Anyways, if you want a reminder of that, Ernie will help you. She's really lovely. If you notice, she's got these lovely little shimmers inside. That's when the light reflects in her shell. And she's got this lovely sort of, I would call it like a bluish purple color with all the little islands inside. And I hope that she supports you in your dreams. I hope that she supports you to remember that you've earned it, and that you're here for a reason, and that you deserve the abundance that you deserve and desire, and that everything that you want is just a matter of getting it here first, right? This is our biggest block. This is our biggest computer. We can program it to do whatever we want. Thank you, James Wilson. And that computer can also be reprogrammed. And if you need help reprogramming your computer, it's kind of what I do. I'm a life coach. And I see that there's some people here that are new. So I want to just share that I am a sea turtle rescuer here in Maui. And I make these beautiful hand-blown glass sea turtles. And each one of them tells a healing her story, and you can find that on wakingwolf.com, and they make beautiful little pendants. And then we also create with resin, these are resin, never real coral, little stands, so that if you're not wearing it, you can still have the magic and the medicine of the turtle in your life. So anyways, I've been meaning to do this Facebook Live for a while, and thank you all for joining me. It's so wonderful seeing you. and aloha, which means I am honored to breathe the same breath of life as you, and namaste, which means I see the same God in you as I do in me. So, namaste.